What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, a soon-to-be certified personal trainer, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by the reps. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Commenting, sharing, subscribing is the easiest way that you can spread this message if you feel comfortable doing so. If you'd like to follow me on social media, here's my Instagram. It's where I'm the most active. And if you have any information that you would like to share with me, that's probably the easiest place to get a hold of me. Today's video, guys. First of all, want to give a shout out to the individuals that sent this my way. I appreciate you guys. And for those of you that send information to your favorite content creators, I'm going to continue to say this over and over again. You guys are such a valuable part of the anti-MLM movement, and we appreciate you. That being said, I was sent this video. Shout out to the individuals that sent it my way. And apparently Awakend and Q Sciences are fighting legally or about to be legally. And so I was sent the video of Awakend addressing it, and I hope to have a follow-up here soon with Jake Spencer of Q Sciences addressing it. I also have the PDF document where Awakend lays it all out. I guess it's the letter that they sent to Q Sciences from their legal team, so we're going to go through that today too. And as always, drop your commentary below, but let's get into today's video.
Hi, Awakend Nation.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. I hope that you guys all had a beautiful weekend filled with a whole lot of fun. To be honest, the news we are going to share with you today is definitely not the news we were expecting to share. But I will say that we have all lived life long enough to know that we create hopes and expectations because we are human. And oftentimes when those expectations aren't met, we are saddened, but we also eventually look back and end up being grateful that our expectations didn't become reality, because what happened instead led to something even more grand and even more in alignment. So if we could be vulnerable with you all, we'd love to share an expectation that we had that has not been met. But as we look back, we are overwhelmingly grateful it hasn't been met.
Back in November, we were introduced to Jake at Q Sciences by a mutual friend in the industry. And during our
They're talking about Jake Spencer, by the way. I think he's the president or the CEO of Q Sciences. That's who they're referring to here. And in case you have no idea what's going on, they were apparently going to partner with Q Sciences. It didn't work out. And this is the video of them telling, I guess, their side, Awakend side. In no way, shape, or form am I defending Awakend in any of this. I think they're a super shady company. Also, where's Danielle Mioli? Where's she at? Because she got real quiet all of a sudden. So don't worry, I'm not defending Awakend. These are both MLM companies that are fighting. Yeah, it's going to be wild. Anyways, let's get back to the video.
First meeting with Jake, he described that Q Sciences was at an impasse and needed financial assistance in order to pay commissions that week. As an owner of a company, we felt his grief and
I'm sorry. November of 2023, Q Sciences didn't have enough money to pay commissions? Wow, that's fascinating. You know who else I have heard is having a hard time paying commissions and just operating expenses and things of that nature? Modair, according to the Justin Prince lawsuit. So that's interesting. I hope this is the beginning of the end for multi-level marketing companies. This is great news. Great news.
And stress. And we knew that if we were in that position, we would hope that someone would show us some grace and help us. So soon after that initial call with Jake, Ashley and I wired $275,000 to Q Sciences so that commissions to their hard-working sales field could be paid. But we all signed an agreement promising that this money would be repaid the following month in December. Throughout December, we had multiple conversations with Jake and discussed how Awakend and Q Sciences complemented each other. We talked about alignment, shared vision, a passion for the future, and realized that by working together, a beautiful partnership could be formed. And we are committed to expanding the Awakend mission globally. And with the international markets Q Sciences offered, we were excited to sign a memorandum of understanding at the end of December.
An MOU, a lot of people
Yes,
call
this MOU stated the intent to merge operations and have Ash and I become 85% majority owners of the merged entity, with Jake and Sarah Spencer at 15% ownership. Upon the signing of this MOU, we agreed to not collect the initial $275,000, and we continued to offer some more financial assistance, infusing a total of $796,000 into Q Sciences to maintain its business operations.
$796,000 they gave to Q Sciences to try to keep them afloat. Listen, if y'all are in Q Sciences, I don't understand. I don't understand. Imagine being a distributor in Q Sciences, hearing about this merger, and then all of a sudden it not happening, and you being confused. Imagine the email. I don't have them, but if you have them, if you have information, emails, videos, screen recordings, whatever, feel free to send them my way. I am planning on hopefully getting another video to follow up with this one, but I felt like this was really important to talk about. If you are in Q Sciences, now is the time to get out. Now is the time.
However, in February, we uncovered that the debt initially disclosed was not a true representation of the total debt that Q Sciences was facing.
I mean, are we really surprised by that? They couldn't even be honest, in my opinion, also allegedly, with the ingredient list on their Q Calm, as I've talked about in other videos. And if you haven't watched that video, I'll make sure to link that in the video description here so you guys can check that out. Long story short, they were saying that Q Calm was THC free. There was a distributor in the company and her husband was wanting to become a firefighter. He ended up failing a drug test. They tested the Q Sciences product called Q Calm. It came back with THC and all kinds of stuff. They were not being honest with their labeling, but now they have somebody that's coming in. And I don't think, Awakend is the knight in shining armor coming in to save them. It was a business move, in my opinion. Awakend sent them some money to keep them afloat so they could pay commissions. And Q Sciences wasn't honest about their debt that they have? Wow.
Me and other Awakened executives put our reputations on the line to meet with the Q Sciences creditors in order to lower the debt payments to be more in line with the current revenues. Additionally, because of the level of the debt and the strict terms surrounding the debt, the initial MOU that offered us majority ownership couldn't be upheld. However, we kept a positive outlook and we continued to be mindful of the potential the partnership offered to both sales fields. So we proceeded in good faith with the promise from Mark Wilson, Q Sciences owner and founder, that a way forward would be found. Even without a final agreement in place, we did everything possible to support Q Sciences, including allowing them to move into the Awaken office when Q Sciences was evicted from their building for non-payment.
I'm sorry, Q Sciences was evicted from their building for non-payment? So they couldn't pay commission, they couldn't pay rent, and that's why it appears that it's up for rent, their building. That's interesting. Also, why are they selling the house where they would have the leadership retreats? Yikes. I mean, I think we all know why, right? They're trying to come up with any kind of money.
We also allowed Q Sciences to sell Zenith and Uplift on a mass scale in order to help minimize the backorder issue due to their inability to replenish Q Sciences products. Then in mid-March, a Q Sciences leadership group went public via Instagram with statements about Jake's behavior. These statements created extreme unrest in the Awaken field, and we want to firmly state that the behavior described in these statements goes against everything we personally stand for and what Awaken stands for. Amidst these issues, we discovered more debt, and we also discovered significant operational issues across many international markets. As we've continually mentioned, expanding the Awaken mission into these markets was one of the major values of the partnership. So uncovering the current state of these markets was concerning. So after more than 3 months, there has been no definitive agreement reached despite our best efforts and multiple solutions being brought to the table. We know that many of you communicated that you felt like you were in a holding pattern until the partnership was finalized. And that made it really difficult for you to build a team.
Oh my God, they're just trying to save face. Listen, we made a mistake, guys, which, okay, great. Thanks for owning up. But notice they're not really talking about selling products here. He was like, I know it's been really difficult for you to build a team, because we all know that's how you make money in multi-level marketing companies. You have to recruit. You have to have a large team. It is what it is. It's disgusting, but that's how the comp plans are designed, is if you have a large team and that team is ordering products, that upline is getting paid. And also, Awakend has had their own issues. Remember I don't even know what I want to call it, but when their products were not being absorbed and people were actually pooping them out whole, and they were like, wait, how are we having any results? Yeah, because you probably weren't. You probably weren't having any results because the capsule wasn't even breaking down. You were pooping it out whole. I cannot.
To sell customers and to earn a check. And I am so sorry. Please know that we gave this everything we had. We had felt the immense pressure over the last few months to do right by Awakend and by all of you. You all mean everything to us.
Yeah, because if you didn't have the distributors in your company buying the products, you wouldn't have a company. Which, by the way, think about that for a second. If people just canceled their distributor accounts, their ghost accounts, if they have them across the board in multi-level marketing companies, they wouldn't exist. Because I don't think as a whole, when you look at multi-level marketing, I don't think they have the customer base that they want people to think that they do. So if the distributors all said, hey, no more, canceled your accounts, because a lot of them have multiple accounts, they wouldn't have a company. They wouldn't be in business. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments.
Awakend means everything to us, and we have a clear path forward. The delay, coupled with all that has been uncovered over the last few months, makes it very clear that from a financial, an ethical, and a personal perspective, there is no path forward with Q Sciences. To date, we have provided Q Sciences with approximately $796,000 in financial assistance. This last Friday, we officially served Q Sciences a demand letter letting them know that we are not moving forward with the partnership and that the terms agreed upon in the initial MOU require them to return this money immediately.
We are going to be sending out an email shortly to all Awakend members with a statement letting everyone know of our decision to dissolve this partnership. There will be an FAQ in that email that we hope also answers many of your questions. And then obviously, if you still have questions, please reach out to our customer support team. They are completely up to speed on what's going on, and they are here to help. And
her eye movement is kind of interesting to me. I don't know why she's doing that. It was very clear that he's been reading from a script, probably put together by their legal team. But do you guys think for 1 second that this company Awakend is going to get any money out of Q Sciences? I mean, Q Sciences couldn't even pay commission, according to them, in November of 2023. Have they been able to pay commission since? They were kicked out of their building, allegedly, for not being able to pay their rent. Do these people think that they're going to get any money back? I think the lawsuits that are going to come from this are going to be so messy, and it's going to be egg on the face, if you will, to multi-level marketing as a whole. And as somebody in the anti-MLM movement, I love that. But I also can't help but think about the distributors in these companies that think that this is the way and think that, oh my gosh, if I just keep showing up, if I just keep, getting to the events and this and that whole sunk cost fallacy, if you will. I'm sad for them because I can't imagine what this feels like. But at the same time, I'm hopeful that people see what's going on and say, you know what? I don't really want to be a part of this. I just wonder what the ramifications of Awakend and them loaning Q Sciences almost $1 million will be like. What's going to happen? That's a lot of money. Granted, we're talking about multi-level marketing companies that make a ton of money off of the distributors alone. So I don't have all the numbers, obviously, but that's gonna hurt, So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm curious to see how this impacts Awakend moving forward.
Right now, it's really important for us to just acknowledge how we feel. If you are angry, I get it, and it's okay. If you're frustrated or confused, I also get that, and it is also okay. It's okay for you to feel angry, frustrated, whipped around, confused. But also many of you have even communicated that you are relieved knowing that there's not going to be this partnership. So however you feel in the moment, it's more than
Is he blinking? Rodney, blink twice if you need help. Are you okay? I'm concerned.
okay. And I'm saying that for you and for me. I hold space for you. I hold grace for you. And for you to feel all of that.
I'm sorry. You're holding grace for people that didn't make a decision that you and Rodney made to loan $700,000+ to Q Sciences. If anything, I feel like the distributors need to be angry with you guys, which maybe she's addressing here, but that's weird.
And in this space, I will let you know that Awakend continues on. We continue on our path and our mission of awakening humanity. And we all know the saying that when a door closes, or when you even close a door, another one opens.
And I really hope the distributors in both of these companies look at this and go, you know, I think I'm going to close that door. I think I'm going to get out of multi-level marketing. I think I'm going to look at a profit and loss statement. What am I spending? What am I making, if anything? Look at the time and energy that I'm putting into this. Is it even worth it? Probably not. And the products that this company is offering is absurd. Get out of multi-level marketing. Seriously. It's so much better over here. Peaceful. You don't spend all of your time thinking of social media content for recruiting people. It's very relaxed. So I encourage you guys to get out of MLM.
And we can attest that that is exactly what is happening now. And truly what has unfolded over the last week has opened some pretty incredible doors. We are going to be ready to share that with all of you, all the exciting things that have happened in the last week. Probably in the next 60 days or so, we have learned our lesson when it comes to plans being announced too soon.
Yeah, almost an $800,000 lesson, or just under $1 million. It's quite the lesson. Good Lord.
So you have our full commitment that more thought, more intention, and structure will happen before any type of announcements are made. And I just want to say no to quiet any fears. Another merger is not in our future. That is not any of the exciting news. So you do not need to press pause on anything. In fact, right now is the time to go full speed ahead. We are getting back to the root of why many of you became part of Awakend. The amazing abundance opportunity, the incredible products, and of course, the Awaken Self pillar with the courses, mindset calls, and a community that you've all grown to love and that I've grown to love. So you probably heard the news. Our BOGO sale was extended until Monday.
She goes right into the sales. Like, hey, we're going to address this really quickly. And we've definitely learned from our mistakes. Giggle, giggle, giggle. But by the way, the BOGO sale still going on, guys, so make sure that you grab it. Let's think about this for a second. I don't know how many distributors are currently in Q Sciences, but if you think about, and I don't have the distributor pack or whatever through Awakend, but let's just say there's 100,000 distributors, just throwing a random number out there. I'm not going to do the math here, but just I want to kind of paint this picture to show you probably what these guys were thinking. We know that the majority of money that these companies make is off of the distributors, whether it is a distributor ordering product from their distributor account or they have a fake customer account. And I'm talking about multi-level marketing companies across the board. So if these guys in this merger were to pick up 100,000 distributors who were then going to be selling their products, that's a lot of revenue from just the distributors buying some sort of a starter pack. That's a lot of money. So I just wanted to point that out because I found that really interesting as I was thinking about this. I'm like, well, so they probably were looking at it like, oh, it's, 700,000, 700 and some change. Okay, we'll in good faith let them have this money because all of their distributors are going to now sell our products. But it kind of blew up in their face. Let me know what you guys think. I find that really interesting.
And I mean, maybe, just maybe, we'll extend it a little longer. We hope that this creates the perfect opportunity for you to grab Awaken products for yourself and then
because the distributors are the customers.
To share Awaken products with new members and customers. The headset also continues to be discounted to the lowest price we've ever had. And that runs through this Friday.
First of all, that headset, I guess, is for meditation. You don't need a headset to meditate.
I believe, yes. Aside from products, we have heard the shouts from the rooftops. I've gotten texts, DMs, all kinds of things that you all missed the courses and the mindset calls. And you know what? So do I. So I want to acknowledge the feelings many of you have shared over the last few months when we were attempting to move forward with the merger. Many of you expressed that you felt like Awakend had lost a little bit of itself because no one was pouring into Awaken Nation like we used to. And I couldn't agree more. That's why I'm excited for tomorrow's Facebook Live, where we will be announcing a calendar of mindset calls, as well as the launch of a course that you all fell in love with last year.
It was a good one.
And that we actually had a lot of you asking for it to come back. So it's coming back. And on the live tomorrow, we'll go over all of the information around those mindset calls and the course that's coming back. And then maybe we'll even throw in a couple extra goodies like free membership, maybe.
Oh, because you got to keep recruiting, right? Because you weren't going to get all of the distributors from Q Sciences to Awaken. So now we got to put out a recruiting contest because that's where you gain the most revenue. Got it. Also, you know what I find interesting? Now, I'm filming this on April 15th. By the time you guys see this, it'll probably be a week later or whatnot. The other day, as I was looking at some of this information, I was on social media, I was looking at Instagram, and according to Q Science's own Instagram page from 3 days ago, they have restocked Q Twist. Now, why am I bringing this up? I find it really interesting that they are restocking a product when allegedly they've been kicked out of their building for not being able to pay rent. They borrowed over $700,000 from Awakend in order to try to pay commissions and maintain afloat, essentially. But they're restocking products. Does that make any sense to any of you? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. But this is 3 days ago it was posted, so April 12th. That's weird.
Don't hold me to that, but I think it's a good idea. And so tomorrow, Monday, is going to be an exciting day. Sergio from Genius AI will be on at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is 12 p.m. Eastern time, in the Awaken Facebook group. And then we will be with you, and the team, the Awaken Nation team, will be with you live at 12 p.m. Pacific time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern time. I'm getting really good at these time conversions, but in the same place in the Awaken Facebook group, and we'll go over all the exciting things to come.
When we started Awakened, we started with the mission to create a community of people that supported one another in reaching their highest potential in all areas of their lives.
I mean, then why are people leaving your company? Allegedly, of course. Why are some of the master distributors, if you will, why have they left Awakened? Where's Danielle Mioli? Don't get me wrong, I'm not defending Danielle. The things that she said and did are, in my opinion, atrocious. I've covered her on my channel and many other creators have as well. But why are people leaving if your job or your mission, if you will, with Awakened is, you know, to make people better, essentially? Why are people leaving?
We're committed. We remain committed to provide unique products.
And we are committed.
Combined with the courses and the technology, and we are going to see this mission through in both word and action. And we're grateful for all of you who share this mission with us and remain committed even through the ups and downs. I want you to know that we have some exciting things being planned, and we will be sharing more with you over the next few weeks. We've accomplished a lot of good together in the world.
Like what?
And a lot of lives have already been changed for the better. And I look forward to shining our lights together as we continue on this mission. Thank you, everyone.
We'll see you tomorrow, Awaken Nation. Thank you.
Well, that's the video, guys. And now I want to read the letter that was sent to Q Sciences and Mark Wilson from, I would assume, yeah, it's Awaken's legal team. Okay, this is a demand letter that is dated April 12th, which oddly enough is the same date that Q Sciences posted on Instagram that they're restocking. Could it be that they're trying to get any kind of revenue that they possibly can to pay back Awakend, to pay commissions, I think it's a very real possibility. So I'm going to read this really quick and we'll put it up here on the screen for you guys to see. And when I say we, I mean my editor, Ava. Thank you for what you do. I appreciate you. So this was sent to Mr. Wilson via email, again, dated April 12th, 2024. It says, Mr. Wilson, as you are aware, my firm represents Awakend LLC with certain legal matters. It is my understanding that on November 13th, 2023, Awakend and QSI Holding Company, Inc., doing business as Q Sciences, entered a loan agreement whereby Awakend loaned Q Sciences a total sum of $150,000. The loan agreement was later amended to reflect a second loan of $125,000 made by Awakend to Q Sciences. According to the amended loan agreement, the sum of $275,000, which comprised the two loans made to Q Sciences, were due to Awakend no later than December 29th, 2023. That's a different number than what we heard on this video. So I'm wondering what the difference is between the $250,000 and over $700,000 that was mentioned. Not really sure. I am also informed that Awakend and Q Sciences executed a memorandum of understanding on or about December 27th, 2023. According to the MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, which they referred to in this video, the provisions contained therein are binding on the parties. Further, the MOU stated that if a definitive agreement was not executed between the parties, the loan amount would become due immediately. The MOU also acknowledged that Awakend fulfilled outstanding obligations belonging to Q Sciences in the amount of $521,000. There's the rest of it. They paid part of their debt. Oh my God. The obligation amount related to outstanding balances owed to Q Sciences vendors for products in possession by Q Sciences. Is that where the restock is coming from? Jake Spencer, we have questions. The MOU made clear that if a definitive agreement was not executed, the obligation amount, which is the $521,000, would be due by Awakend by March 31st, 2024. It's April 15th. Jake, to date, a definitive agreement has not been executed. Indeed, it has been over 3.5 months since the MOU was executed, and still the parties have not executed a definitive agreement. The delay in executing a definitive agreement has caused significant damage to Awakend, and as a result, Awakend now must take affirmative action to protect its interest. Given Q Science's bad faith in this transaction, Awakend will no longer be entering the deal with Q Sciences. To this end, Awakend demands that the loan amount and the obligation amount be paid back in full no later than April 17th, 2024. Further, it is demanded that Q Sciences vacate any Awakend premises no later than April 13th, 2024, and that Q Sciences cease and desist selling and or marketing any Awakend products on its platform or through its distributors. Imagine that email. If these demands are not met, then Awakend will pursue legal action. In doing so, Awakend will assert claims for, among others, breach of contract, unjust enrichment, breach of the covenant of good faith and fair dealing, and fraud. Why am I smiling at the thought of Q Sciences being held to fraud? Because, in my opinion, it's been shown over and over again that Jake Spencer, and again, my opinion, is nothing but a fraud. This company is nothing but a fraud. Just my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think below. And because Q Sciences acted in bad faith and potentially committed fraud, Awakend will seek punitive damages, which may amount to 20 times any normal award given to Awakend. Please confirm by April 13th that Q Sciences intends to comply with all these demands. All further communication should be directed to my office. And all the identifying information has been redacted for privacy. So, guys, the girls are fighting. What do you guys think is going to happen? If you're in Q Sciences or if you're in Awakend, this is not normal behavior, in my opinion. This should be a giant red flag to get out of multi-level marketing as a whole. because this is wild. Just want to thank everybody that sent information my way. Again, I appreciate you guys so much. If you'd like to follow me on social media, here is my Instagram. And guys, if you would do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the video. Unless you're Jake and Sarah Spencer, then you can thumbs down the video. I don't care. Yeah, make sure you subscribe. Share this out with somebody that you know, maybe that is in Q Sciences, that is thinking, hey, this is really weird, or somebody in Awakend that's thinking, hey, this is really weird. And for all of you that are quietly watching, you're welcome here. Absolutely. Hopefully there will be a follow-up video. More to come on that. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching all the way through. Don't join an MLM, guys. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.